Everybody, what's up? Welcome back. This is Late Breakfast. Me and Reg are back. So first, I want to introduce our good friend Mo Bigger.
Woo!
Artist extraordinaire. Right? Second, I want to introduce the prolific.
Ooh.
Break it down.
The visionary.
Visionary.
Great Cali.
Yeah.
Look at this man's hairline, ladies and gentlemen.
Look
at this man's hairline.
No stress.
No stress at all.
And then we got a phone call to make. You know.
I want to introduce my man Jameer.
Hey.
Jameer.
Nothing
He has a lot to offer.
to offer. Don't worry about it.
And last but not least, I want to introduce this young lady. Her name rings bells in the streets. People know her. People call her and consult her for sneakers.
She's so stressed.
People ask her what's about to drop.
Oh my.
Her nails is always on point.
Yeah.
Her outfits is always crazy.
I love
Anita.
that.
Right? She travels the fucking world.
Oh.
She's
true.
a
Beatrice.
and a brilliant
What up, girl?
chicken eater. She's also a brilliant chicken eater, bro.
We have our usual suspects here, right? We got Eli P. First class breakfast, a Brooklyn cab ride.
You already.
We have Mr. Stephen Green, the voice. In the building.
Yeah.
Let's clap it up, right?
Castro show, we out here.
We got Danny.
Hey!
What's good? Glitter shirt.
So we're in 2018, correct?
Yeah.
So we're halfway through the year,
Yup.
Yeah.
right? We've had some really good albums this year, right,
Oh
guys?
my.
I would
We
concur.
got some great albums.
You will concur.
I concur.
What would you say is your album of the? I'm gonna start off with you because you seem like you want to talk.
No, I was just agreeing with you.
What album? What do you want to name? Just one, or do you want like list off five?
I named one. Just because like I've been up and down with hip hop as of lately. Like for like the last 2 years, just kind of been like uninspired by like for a significant amount of time about like some of these albums. But one that really stuck out to me that dropped this year was J Rock's album Redemption.
Woo!
As somebody who like really fuck with J Rock, and as far as like seeing where he came from and seeing where he is now,
Win.
well, like I'm talking about before, like when he was the first artist on TDE, and you know what I'm saying, he had Follow Me Home, and then Kendrick like catapulted, and then it was kind of like everybody had to find their rhythm, and I feel like Jay found it on Redemption. Well, yeah, definitely. We already knew. We already knew he could spit. That wasn't the issue. I think this is like his breakout album.
No, it is, and
This
even
album,
the tour, is more so based around his theme. So
Right.
if you go to the TD
Like
tour,
Winners.
you'll see like it's a championship tour. So everyone has like a sports theme when they come out and they perform
Yep.
and everything
It
like
does.
that. So you can tell like they're like celebrating J Rock because J Rock kind of opened the doors for all of them.
Absolutely.
They gave Top Dog and Punch like their first experiences in the industry.
Absolutely.
So on this album, this is like literally it's his redemption. Like he almost died in a motorcycle accident.
Yeah.
Lost his first label deal.
Absolutely.
And then after everything happened, he kind of like took a back seat and was just like, all right, I'm gonna be a mentor to the youngins.
And did a damn good job with it.
I
A
like
big
it.
part of it too is the fact he's the only one out of the TDE camp that didn't have that critically acclaimed project that everybody went crazy over.
Even though that his last album was really good. This album, his cadence was like it's like he knew he was more aware of his presence now on songs.
So what would be another great album for 2018?
I would say Daytona.
Yes.
Daytona for a lot of reasons, man. Like Pusha been out obviously, since the Clips days, right? So like ever since then, and when he became a solo artist, I was like, yo, he still sounds like he's missing something. Like I was still expecting to hear Malice. So like when this album came out, I didn't know what to expect, but like leading up to this album, his other two albums wasn't really that good to me. But
I
with
think
this
they were
album,
monolithic.
yeah, and like with this out, what was you gonna say?
But the thing that I'm scared about because I've been following Pusha's music for so long now, so like from the mixtapes to the albums, the whole bit. So my whole thing is just that just because we had Kanye produce that shit and capture his sound perfectly.
But every producer whoever Pusha works with captures his sound.
No.
I see.
I
I
Who did he
don't
work with
agree.
that didn't capture his sound?
Bruh, because we
Some
would
people
actually
say similar.
remember a Pusha album
See,
if
but
it had something like
that's
that.
the tricky thing.
But we don't remember. This is the
But that's-
only
we remember,
one.
we remember
This
his
is the
diss
only
songs.
album.
Yeah,
This is the only project that we
I do
have
too.
that we've ever had from Pusha that we're just like, yo, it's like 2, 3. Maybe it's like 2 or 3 weeks in, and we're still talking about it.
And that's
People
very
still
See, but
rare.
that's,
sending out.
that's not a fault.
Like, yo, I'm still fucking.
See, but
with
look,
you.
Nah,
You still
I-
see screenshots
That's
from
not-
the IG
That's
story.
not
like,
a fault.
no,
That's not a
but
fault to Pusha. That's not a fault to the producer. That's a fault to Pusha. That's Pusha's
It's his
biggest flaw.
best project.
But that's his biggest
And that's
flaw.
not to say that his last project wasn't good because it was very well produced, but it was still very forgettable.
It is.
So listen,
But as far
Let's be real.
all right. So Daytona, Redemption. I'm gonna throw one out there. I'm gonna say that Cardi B's album
Absolutely.
Yeah, that was good.
is one of the biggest, like because I didn't expect the album to be that good, and for the album to be that good, right? And then to see how Coachella, shout out to D, he was at Coachella, to see her perform at Coachella and literally own the crowd, right? And people
And pregnant.
and pregnant,
Man,
and her
pregnant.
perform like I went to the second week and I saw her performing, and the fans were just as excited to see her, not as Beyonce because Beyonce is Beyonce, but fans were like people. So at Coachella, if you haven't been there, like their stage is like all over the ground, like it's huge, like it's literally like the size of like a small city or town, whatever you want to call it. Like literally everyone migrated over to Cardi B stage to watch Cardi B perform. And
Rightfully so.
and she performed her new songs from her album, and like people knew all the words, and people were performing. They weren't just singing "Bodak Yellow"; they were saying the words every single song. So what I'm saying is that she probably put out the album earlier because she got pregnant, but like she could have waited if she wanted to and like wrote out another song.
When the singles first were dropping, and I'm a huge Cardi advocate, but when the singles were dropping, I was like, oh, this is not it.
Yeah,
This is
be
not it.
careful. I wasn't
But then
feeling
when
Be
the
Careful.
I wasn't
album
be careful.
dropped,
Yeah, be
the
careful.
sequencing, all of a sudden those singles that I didn't feel were really good,
Came
the
alive.
way that the sequencing was made the whole album really
Very true.
complete.
Yeah.
Like, there's very few artists I feel like in this modern era, like in the 90s, have moments,
Mhm.
right?
Mm-hmm.
When Cardi already had a moment, but when Cardi dropped her album, it was a memorable moment. It's
Yeah.
like so many of these albums go like fly by night. We were just talking about like Pusha, and his Daytona was a moment, but like his previous projects like weren't really like moments. It's Cardi's moment. She is unequivocally the Rookie of the Year,
Mhm.
and I think we will remember this as something that it's kind of an era. Like we're seeing this. Hey, I came from reality. I came from social media, and now look where I am.
She's like,
Are there any
Another
other
album is Nipsey Hussle.
Yeah.
Like he
Okay.
put out a
Absolutely.
solid
Yeah.
project.
oh,
Yeah,
good
Oh,
absolutely.
I went to LA and I listened to that whole album in LA and I felt it. I went to the store and bought Crenshaw t-shirts.
that's
'Cause
perfect.
As you
I
should.
wanted because
Victoria's such a tourist.
yeah, like I'm
Here,
a super
guys.
tourist.
I'm
I
in
was
LA.
I was in
Yeah.
LA and I let everybody know I was
Like it.
touring shit and I absolutely went to
I
Nipsey
think-
Hussle
I
store.
think Eli got
love
something
it.
interesting to share.
Okay, Eli, be cool, bruh. It's a Crip area.
I just think
We're on the
I
east
just
side.
think that this is just a more amplified version of everything that he's been giving us.
So what's wrong with
That's
that?
For the
most
past
every
years.
rapper does.
But
That's
I-
the same thing.
It's
Pusha
It's
T
because
did.
the thing is just that I'm a
That's a
Nipsey
good point.
fan, so it's just like I've been following him since like the MySpace days. So to see him consistently put out the same project with the same exact sound does not prove anything for me.
So you want more from
Number
That
that?
doesn't do anything
Number
for
one,
me.
But-
you're a big
but
fan
does
of a
that
lot of
make it-
people, and I think you forget that your standard is because you're so musically inclined is so much higher for artists.
Because
Sometimes
I'm
you have
ex-
to-
Bro.
because
you
But
have
it's
to
not
give
even
it-
that.
It's
It's
not
not
even
even
that.
that.
It's because
Why-
my thing is it's just that if I'm a fan of you, it's because I see the potential in you. It's not because you have a cool sound or you saying some ill shit. It's just like how you impact that whole thing all together.
But he's
How
So
you deliver
why?
it to
All
the
right,
people.
listen to this.
I'm talking
He's
about
a
rhymes,
niche
visuals,
artist.
production, the whole bit.
Listen,
So it's just
listen
like
to
if I
this.
see your potential, then it's kind of like I want to see your growth. So
Listen.
for you to give me the
Listen.
same production, it's
Listen.
kind of like
Listen.
All right, Reg.
Why are you mad at an artist for giving you what you expect from them?
because I'm expecting
that's
growth.
like
I'm
expecting-
expecting you to grow from the same thing
okay,
I've been
but
hearing.
that's-
All right,
from
so I'll
you.
give you this example.
No. Because let me make
What
this
about
clear.
Nori?
Let me
You
make this clear.
literally just made it
Nori been
clear.
the same-
That's
Let
why
me
we
make
were-
this clear.
What else you gonna make clear? You made everything you clear that you had to say.
Nori been the
Let
same
me
nigga for
make
years.
this clear.
You made it
The
So
way
clear.
that he his rhyme level, I fuck with the way that he rhymes. That's the part of the reason why I've been following him for so long. But the thing is just that his production just always falls flat for me.
Nipsey, like, you're mad at Nipsey for doing what he knows best, but there are rappers who try to step out of their comfort zone and you're like, oh, they're going commercial. You're doing this.
Remember when Lil Wayne did that rap album?
The people that listen to Nipsey are the people who want to hear that same motivational
shit.
Bring it every time.
And I think he's great.
They don't want him to get cute.
Exactly.
Bring it back to Pusha.
That's the point.
Eli, you're done.
But I'm saying
you're done. Let's just go to the next album.
Production is consistently the same.
Let's talk about J. Cole's project, and we need Quincy to come.
Oh god.
So J. Cole's KOD was a highly anticipated release.
Yeah.
Cole put the project out, right? And the song that he has out right now, the lead single is KOD, right?
Nah, it's ATM.
ATM, I'm sorry. And literally he got he got in the pocket of what's like trending on radio now. And I kind of like it. And I think Cole definitely had one of the standout rap albums of the year. From my opinion.
He's in the discussion for sure.
Cole is in a box,
I think
bro.
Cole
is in a box, and he's talking about shit that he feels like people are expecting of him. But like he wants to seem like an artist that.
Why does nobody believe J. Cole?
I'm sorry, Quincy.
Yo, I'm not.
Yeah.
I'm not impressed. I'm not impressed.
I feel like Cole, the image that he has, his music doesn't live up to, and then he tries to make his music live up to it, and it's whack.
All right. So.
Spicy Reg is crazy.
There's certain types of music that certain people would consider boring, but it's just that it's a slower pace that he has going. With KOD, the only thing that I really had a problem with was that I felt the musicality didn't improve. He dumbed it down as part of his concept, and then that made it like, for me as somebody who actually liked what he did on Forest Hill Drive, I felt like he dumbed down his songwriting ability to kind of fit his concept. I get what the concept was, but that's a lot of, I think, what people's grievances are, is that, you know, on ATM, he's just saying the same thing over and over again. Count it up. Yeah. Count it up. Count it up. Count it.
All right. Also, we had a release from Royce the 5'9", The Book of Riot.
Oh, yeah.
Which is a very slept-on project.
Detroit, what's up?
And if,
Yo.
This nigga, Reggie even named the album. He talking about he a homer. Get the fuck out of here.
Wait. Can we bring him in the same conversation? He's 2 for 2 in the same year.
Absolutely, with Prime 2.
And Ray Shrimmer released their album.
Shrimmer Life 3.
Right, Shrimmer
That's
Life
my
3.
favorite album of the year.
And that's your favorite album of the
year? No way.
That's
my favorite album of the year. Not chance.
Okay.
That is the most fun album of the year.
So what's an obscure album?
God bless,
God bless it.
God bless the XX Tentacion. He passed away, but he put up the Question Mark album, and like it broke streaming at records.
I'm not gonna lie.
Okay, I want to hear B.
So I was never really a fan because he just kind of creeped me out. Like his look, the eyes. I'm too old for that shit. Like
He's a lot.
But when he died, I was like, Spotify got me. So I went on Spotify, and then they do the little playlist. Yeah. It was just right there. It was like, so I clicked it. The first song that came on was Moonlight. That's mine.
That shit is
I love that. I've been singing that song since he passed. I'm like, like the whole time. Sad was pretty good. There's a couple songs on it. So I was kind of sad that he had like such a tragic ending.
Really depressing song, but he made that shit.
Right,
It's
and he did.
If you listen to the words, it's like, ugh.
It's a really depressing song.
And then,
it's dark. It's pretty good album.
And then,
lit though.
Yeah, and then we had a release from Sky Zoo, which a lot of people.
Sky Zoo put out a project.
Yeah, it's called A Celebration of Us, and it was actually really slept on. Right?
Snoring. Not that I don't fuck with Sky Zoo.
I'm just saying a lot of
put out a project.
Sky Zoo can rap, but do we really care?
I mean,
all right.
I care.
I think
he can rap.
I just didn't hear it.
I think.
But do we really care?
I just didn't hear it.
Dave East put out a project that a lot of people like. All right. And also Shy the Prince.
The one project that I definitely want to give a shout out to, we could spend 10 seconds on it. I know some people only like fun music, whatever. But that Black Thought and
that shit is
Greg, you got it, kid. That project was very good.
That was my sleeper right there. I wanted to come in.
Danny was you're fucking lying. You wouldn't even say that out.
No, Ray Trevor was your sleeper, nigga.
Say, yo, you only like
to say that. You ain't trying to tell you you're the album of the year. So I want to go around the table. Everybody pick the album of the year.
Album of the year so
Wait,
far?
it's rap.
Yeah, it's rap. Yes, Jess.
I'm making sure because
Fucking-
I have different albums.
We're super fucking
Anyway,
rap.
talking
since
pop.
I'm just gonna go with
Rappity rap
Cardi.
niggas.
I'm
Okay.
gonna go with Cardi.
That's good.
Danny.
Book of Ryan.
Okay.
Oh, nice.
Eli.
Shit, man.
Fuck. All right. Seth.
I'm
Damn.
gonna go Pusha T Daytona.
Okay. Reg.
I'm gonna go J-Rock.
All right. I'm gonna go Daytona.
I'm going
Right.
with Redemption.
Okay.
Definitely
Quincy.
Daytona.
Okay.
Rock,
Junior.
going with J-Rock.
Yeah,
All
I'm
right.
going with Daytona.
Beatrice.
Everything is love.
Everything is wrong with Jay-Z and Beyonce. Perfect way to end that.